So you want to become smart. Our society loves to put intelligence on a pedestal. We're told that being smart means acing exams, attending an Ivy League school, and having an IQ so high it makes Einstein look like he's slacking. And our school system, it doubles down on this, turning education into a one-size-fits-all assembly line where your worth is measured by your ability to remember who fought in the War of 1812. But here's the twist: becoming smart is easier than you think, and it's not about fitting into that narrow box. Let's start with a story. Imagine you're in a high school history class and the teacher asks, "What year did the French Revolution begin?" You panic, start sweating bullets, and mumble something like, 1492. Nope, that's Columbus, but hey, at least you remembered something. Everyone laughs, and you're left thinking, great, I'm an idiot. But hold on, later that day, you go home, fire up a video game, and flawlessly execute a strategy that requires intense focus, quick decision-making, and understanding complex patterns. Suddenly, you're a genius again. The problem isn't you, it's the way we define intelligence. Our school system trains us to believe that being smart is about memorizing facts and regurgitating them on command. But life doesn't work that way. In the real world, being smart is about much more than filling in bubbles on a Scantron. Look at Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin Group. He was dyslexic, struggled in school, and dropped out at 16. If you asked his teachers, they probably didn't see him running a business empire someday, but Branson didn't let that stop him. He recognized that his strengths lay elsewhere, specifically in thinking creatively and taking risks. Then there's Steve Jobs. He didn't graduate from college, but he went on to revolutionize the tech industry. And how about Oprah Winfrey? She grew up in extreme poverty, faced unimaginable hardships, and still became one of the most influential people on the planet. So, what does it actually mean to be smart? To me, being smart isn't about knowing everything. After all, that's what Google is for, right? Instead, it's about knowing how to learn, how to think, and how to adapt. It's about recognizing your strengths, working on your weaknesses, and knowing when to ask for help. It's also about emotional intelligence, being aware of your emotions, understanding others, and navigating social situations like a pro. Let me give you an example from my own life. I used to think I was terrible at public speaking. In school, whenever I had to present something, I'd stutter, forget my lines, and wish I could teleport out of the room. But then one day, I had to explain a complicated concept to a friend. Suddenly, I found myself speaking clearly, using analogies, and making the topic interesting. That's when I realized I wasn't bad at public speaking, I was just bad at doing it in a rigid, formal setting. In a relaxed environment, I could explain things well. The problem wasn't my intelligence, it was the context. So, how can you become smarter? Let's break it down. 1. Read books and know. I don't mean textbooks that make you want to nap after 5 minutes. Read anything that interests you: biographies, science fiction, self-help, even comic books. The point is to keep your brain active and expose yourself to new ideas. Reading helps you connect the dots between different concepts, making you more knowledgeable and, yes, smarter. Quick tip: if you want to sound extra smart at parties, just casually drop that you're reading War and Peace by Tolstoy. 2. Learn how to learn. Ever notice how some people can pick up new skills effortlessly? It's because they know how they learn best. Figure out if you're a visual learner like me, show me a graph and I'm all in, an auditory learner if you remember everything you hear, or a kinesthetic learner if you need to get hands-on. Once you know this, tailor your study habits accordingly. It'll make a huge difference. 3. I used to be terrified of asking questions because I thought it would make me look dumb. But guess what? The smartest people ask questions all the time. They're curious. So don't be afraid to ask why or how. Asking questions is how you learn and grow. Pro tip: when someone says, "There's no such thing as a stupid question," they're lying. But here's the trick: ask your stupid question in a really smart way. and you'll be good to go. 4. Avoid procrastination. I know easier said than done, but putting things off only leads to stress, and stress is the enemy of clear thinking. Break tasks into small, manageable chunks and tackle them one at a time. The sense of accomplishment you get from crossing things off your list will make you feel unstoppable. And hey, if you're still procrastinating, just remember even Mozart procrastinated. He composed the overture to Don Giovanni the night before its premiere. If it worked for him, maybe it'll work for you, but don't make it a habit. 5. Surround yourself with smart people. You've probably heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. It's true. If you hang out with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to be better, you'll naturally start to level up. Just be careful not to become the group know-it-all. Nobody likes that person. 6. Embrace failure. This might sound cliché, but it's vital. Every failure is a stepping stone to success. The smartest people aren't the ones who never fail, they're the ones who learn from their failures and keep going. So, the next time you bomb a test or mess up a project, don't beat yourself up. Instead, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And use it to get better. Remember, becoming smart isn't about fitting into society's narrow definition of intelligence. It's about expanding your mind, embracing your strengths, and constantly learning. Intelligence is not something you either have or don't have, it's something you cultivate. Every day is a new opportunity to get a little bit smarter, a little bit wiser, and a little bit more capable of achieving your goals. So don't let anyone, including yourself, convince you that you're not smart enough, because becoming smart, it's easier than you think.